guys, welcome back to the final segment for at least this bad boy here. We're going to go ahead and finish this guy up today, and then tomorrow I will go ahead and do this stuff. So let's crack into it. First up, double feature, Silent Night, Deadly Night, parts 1 and 2. Followed by Silver Bullet, another one of my favoriteest movies. I know I just did a review on that. It's a good movie, good movie. Sinister. Sleepaway Camp on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Next up, Sleepaway Camp 2, both DVD and on Blu-ray here. So nice. Next up, Sleepaway Camp 3 on DVD and Blu-ray as well. Next up, Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor. This is not an actual movie. It was never completed, so I would say don't even bother getting the spending the money on it. I just kind of wanted it for like collection purposes. Next up, Return to Sleepaway Camp. Followed by Sleepwalkers. Thank you for this horror pack. Greatly appreciate it. Next up, we have Sleepy Hollow. Slither. Next one up, another one of my favorites. Love this movie, great comedy. Spaceballs, parody of Star Wars, obviously. Next up, we have This Is Spinal Tap, another just great movie, little mockumentary and everything. Next up, we have Spy. Next up, double feature of Stand and Deliver and Lean on Me. Two really great movies. Love these movies. Little side note, Tony Todd is in Lean on Me. He's one of the security guards. Next up, we have Stand By Me. Followed by Steel Magnolias. Once again, I gotta have one of those token chick flicks. Next up, we have Stevie Nicks live at the Red Rocks. Followed by another Stevie Nicks live in concert soundstage here in Chicago. I was not at this show, but I was at the show back in December with the Pretenders. Amazing show, great show. Next up, double feature, Stir of Echoes and The Ninth Gate. Followed by The Strangers. Great movie. I like this movie. I know there are a couple people who don't like that movie, but I truly enjoy that movie. I do. Followed by Stung. I know you guys just saw me unbox that from Horror Pack, along with this guy, Sundown. Followed by Super Size Me, another great little documentary that I enjoy. Next up, we have Dario Argento's Suspiria. Yeah. I'm not too excited about the remake that's coming out. Really not. Next up, Sylvia. About Sylvia Plath. Next up, we have our double feature, Tales from the Crypt and Bolts of Horror. I need to do a review on this. I do, because I did watch both of those. Great movies. I need to do a review. Next up, we have Tales of Halloween. Another little anthology movie. Up next, we have The Tall Man from our horror pack from quite a few months back. Next up, we have Tammy. Stay. Next up, we have Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not a trauma. Next up, we have T2. If you're going to have the first one, you got to have the second one. Next up, we have Terror Train from Scream Factory. Followed by Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. My sister actually got this for Christmas for me quite a few years ago, actually. Next up, we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Followed by Texas Chainsaw 3D, or whatever, Texas Chainsaw, whatever it's called. What else do we have? Up next, we have Thank You for Smoking. Followed by They Live, another Scream Factory release. Up next, we have The Theater Bazaar, little anthology movie. Next up, documentary Thin, HBO documentary. I enjoyed this. It came out like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. What else? What else? Next up, we have the remake The Thing, followed by The Thing Below. Up next, we have Thirst, another horror pack movie. Next up, we have 13, starring Evan Rachel Wood, Holly Hunter, Nikki Reed, written by Nikki Reed as well, followed by Michael Jackson's This Is It, followed by The Three Amigos, another great comedy movie from my childhood that I love. Up next, we have Tommy Boy. Are you loose? Jeez, Richard. As Cashier One would say, this is in a, this has got some crustiness. It's in a eco case. Crustiness. I actually said that at work the other day. Crustiness. And I referenced him. Yeah, gave him a shout out at work. Next up, Total Recall. Followed by The Town That Dreaded Sundown, the original. Followed by the remake, Town That Dreaded Sundown, the DVD version and the upgraded Blu-ray version from Horror Pack. Next up, we have Tremors. Thank you for this Horror Pack. Oh, I love this movie. Next up, we have Trick or Treat, another anthology movie. I love this one. I think that might be the last anthology movie I think that I have. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Up next, we have The Usual Suspects. Yeah. Next up, double feature. John Candy of The Great Outdoors and Uncle Buck. Two really great movies. Okay. 2 more stacks, you guys. 2 more stacks. Ooh. Next up, we have Unfriended. Decent little movie. Decent. Next up, we have Velvet Goldmine. Another one of those sort of like mockumentary type things, or it's almost similar to Eddie and the Cruisers a little bit. In a sense of like the storyline where it's like, oh, the one guy might have died, but then he surfaces, he's not really dead. Good little movie. A little out there, but whatever, it's good. I like it. Next up, we have VHS Viral. I lied. There was another anthology movie in there. Forgot I had that. Next up, we have Virgin, although you can't tell because Virgin right there. Quirky little movie. Whatever. Interesting. Next up, The Virgin Suicides. Followed by double feature, Virus and Shocker. Next up, we have The Visit, M. Night Shyamalan. I was surprised that I actually enjoyed this, surprisingly. I just want to say surprisingly. That was a decent one by him. I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of his, but whatevs. Yeah, I have another anthology movie. God, Volumes of Blood. This came in my first horror pack that I signed up for. Fell in love with this movie, and I'm hoping that they send us the second one. Great anthology movie. I cannot say enough about that movie. Next up, Waiting on Superman, documentary about a little bit of like the school systems and stuff. Next up, we have The Ward, John Carpenter's The Ward, followed by The Warriors. Warriors come out to play, yay! Another one of my all-time favorite movies ever. Oh, I gotta pop that movie in every so often. I really do. Next one we have is a Wes Craven collection, which has Serpent and the Rainbow, Shocker, and People Under the Stairs. Next up, we have Wet Hot American Summer. Next up, What's Love Got to Do with It? Yeah. What's Love Got to Do with It? The Tina Turner biopic. Love me some Tina Turner. Next up, we have What About Bob? God, what about Bob? Next up, we have the original When a Stranger Calls. Highly recommend this. You should definitely watch that first before you watch this one, the remake, When a Stranger Calls. On that one. Next up, we have Whip It. I really like this movie a lot. It's funny, got great lines, just Terrific movie. Next up, we have White Oleander. Next up, we have Robin Williams live on Broadway. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. I always loved his stand-up routines. I do. Next up, another anthology movie, The Willies. Next up, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the classic. Rest in peace, Gene Wilder. Next up, Willow, starring Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis from the Leprechaun series. Next up, Wizard of Oz, The Woods, Wolfman remake. Next one is The Wonder Years Season 1. I love the show, The Wonder Years. Wonder Years Season 2. Followed by The Worst Witch, starring Tim Curry, Bruce Bulk, and Charlotte Rae. Next up, The Wrestler. Followed by The X-Men. X-Men 2, The Stand. X-Men 3, The Last Stand. Oh my god. Next up, X-Men Days of Future Past in a Steelbook. Followed by X-Men Apocalypse. Followed by Young Frankenstein. The Witch on Blu-ray. You Can't Do That on Film documentary. And last but not least, From the Tower, a zombie invasion horror pack limited edition DVD from like way back when. Good little movie. But that does it for The Stand. So thank you guys. That'll be it for today, I promise. Like I said, tomorrow I will do the stuff that's up here. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching the bulk of my videos for my movie collection. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great night.